Hey girl, hey, it's your girl Jay, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thanks so much for sliding through, and if you're returning, welcome back, girl. Well, as you know, on my channel, I like to help my girls save hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and we're back again. And today, I'm saving y'all a whole lot of money. As you see, we did it again, but we did it even smaller this time, because when I tell you, the smaller braids are kind of just like in right now, and not only do they save you a whole bunch of money in the long run, but they're just so cute. You kind of just get like the best of both worlds, and that is what I absolutely love. Now I get the look of having like weave, like bundles in my hair, and I also get braids at the same time, so they have that good longevity in them. When I tell you guys, I say I'm obsessed with every style, so I'm not even gonna say it. So I do want to take a minute and say thank you to our sponsor for today. Today we are going to be working with Ywigs. You guys have seen me work with them countless times on this channel, and you will continue to see me work with them. I just love a brand that is consistent in the products that they send me. The quality just exceeds my expectations every single time. So today in our goodie bag, they did go ahead and send us over 3 of the body wave bundles, and this is what they actually look like. When I tell you, the quality is literally eating, and it's just gets better every single time. And so they did send us over 3, and as you see, I did have 1 whole bundle left over. Now I did have a little bit of the second bundle as well, but I definitely used that first whole bundle. But that just goes to show how much they really put into the quality and what they actually send to people, because this, you would think I would have had to use all 3 bundles, but no, I did not. Now I did mix a little bit with the synthetic hair with the human hair, but if you are a person who would prefer to just use all human hair, you can definitely do that with these bundles. But when I tell you the quality, it's just, I cannot. Now I don't want to waste too much time. I want to get right into the products that you're going to need. So I did do a blend of the 1B hair and the 4 hair, just because it's springtime and I just wanted to add a little bit of color into my hair. I mean, it's not super noticeable unless I'm in the sun, but I just wanted to give like a highlighty type feel, so I did blend those 2 colors together. I did do it in the brand Expressions in the length 52. I did 52 for the black and the brown. Now as far as how much, you just need 1 pack of each, and then of course you want to make sure that you have a sturdy rat tail comb, and then my 3-way mirror. You guys have seen me use that time and time again. Without the 3-way mirror, I would not be able to do these videos today. My parts would be looking all chopped and screwed. So that's exactly what you're going to need in order for today's style. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with the parting method. I feel like that is the most important thing here. When you're doing a style like this, it already takes a lot of time. So anytime that you can cut corners and get a lot of the harder parts out so that you can kind of get that momentum going, you should definitely do it. So let's go ahead and get into the parting part. Before we get into parting, I want to talk hair prep for just a second. The best thing about bulk hair is that you don't have to cut off a track. It already comes pre-cut. With that being said, I used the hairspray to add grip to the top of the hair, making it easier to feed in. And I'm just going to use the comb to work the hairspray in, and it kind of splits the hair, making it easier to separate. And this is how it's going to look. Now also, I'm using 2 different colors of hair, 1B and 4, but I want more of that natural black than the brown, so this is going to be my split. As you see, it's more black hair. Now I'm adding oil sheen to the hair, and it makes it easier to pull apart with less tangling. And I no longer refill a rack for the synthetic hair anymore, so I find this helps with snags a lot too. Now the hair is prepped, let's go ahead and get into parting. So I stress this all the time, parting is the name of the game when it comes to knotless braids. No matter how janky the braids look, if the parts are crispy and the hair is quality, you're gonna look amazing. For these extra small knotless braids, we're gonna do 3 rows below the ear and 9 rows above the ear, going left to right. Now if you do this ahead of time, you will save so much time. Braiding behind your head is the easiest, but puts the most stress on your arms and your hands. So try loosening your grip just a little bit. These braids are little, so if you try to braid it too tight, that's how you get those lumps. Now when you feed in the synthetic hair, make sure that that hair is going in between your index and your middle finger, and then do 1 full like braid motion, and then you want to sweep around that last piece. Don't try to wrap it all around, that's also going to give you bumps. Now I do want to say, the more gel that you use, the harder it will be to grip. So try dabbing a bit of gel on there instead of slathering it. You'll see a huge difference.
So for each braid, you want to make sure you're adding in 6 pieces of hair. Now, if you want your braid size to remain consistent, you want to make sure that you are adding the same size of hair into each braid each time. Now, these are small braids, so the amount of hair that I'm adding is really small. And if you want them to be bigger, then you just add in bigger hair. And then also don't forget your length. Now, this length I only want to go to my waist, so the pieces I'm going to add them in all towards the top. If you want the hair to be longer, then you may need to add in 9 pieces. So braiding the sides is definitely more difficult, but this is where consistency is going to come in. If your method is shaky, just make sure you add the hair in the same way each time until it gets better. I'm telling you, if it's consistent, no one will care. Use your knuckles to give you a better grip as well. And you want to make sure that you are braiding like down, like pull down as you braid instead of trying to tighten up. If you tighten up, that's how you get like that bunching, but if you pull down, it's going to be a lot smooth. It's going to look a lot more uniform. You want to pull down like if you're trying to pull tape off a roller. So as you see, I'm using my knuckles to hold the grip, and then I'm just like pulling down as I braid. Now, as soon as your base is secure, you want to go ahead and flip that braid over and then begin braiding. It just makes it 10 times easier and it looks better. You'll also begin to notice I don't really feed in the hair until I flip the braid over. Now, I could feed in more hair at the top, but I just personally like it to look more flat at the top and more full towards the bottom. Completely up to you. But yes, once you flip the braid over, it makes it so much easier to feed in the synthetic hair and the human hair. And so you'll see I'm just adding more and more as I go. This is what I mean when I say part out those boxes for the whole row. As you see, they're already done, so I don't even have to sit in the mirror anymore. Now, braiding the top is just like braiding the sides. Just lean a little bit more to the side, and you want to make sure you're splitting your braid in 3 sections facing the direction you want the braid to lay. This is the most important part. This is the part everybody sees. If you master this, nobody cares about the rest. Fun fact, I never let my front braid be my very last braid because back in the day when I used to do that, I would run out of hair and then I'd have that one last braid with no hair. So I always let like the braids kind of towards the middle of the top be my last braids just in case I run out of hair, and it's just a habit that I've always had. Now, when it comes to fitting in the human hair, I honestly don't know how much I put on each braid. All I know is that each braid had at least 2 pieces. Sometimes I put 3, sometimes I put 4. Now, in the front pieces, I did add about 4 pieces of the human hair just because I wanted to make sure it was full enough to match the rest of the hair. But there is no, special number that you have to put in there. You just keep on adding it until you reach your desired thickness. But always be mindful of the amount of hair that you have left. You don't want to put too much in the bottom and not have enough for the top. So yeah.
Okay, 4.5 seasons of Sex and the City later, we are done. Woo! All that's left is just to dip. Now, I don't want to dip the human hair. I don't think it's going to do anything to it because it's not synthetic hair, but I'm just not going to dip it anyway. So in order to do so, I'm going to go through each and every braid and I'm just going to separate the human hair so that it's just synthetic hair left. Okay, so I know I look crazy, but I separated all of the human hair from the synthetic hair, and this is what the ends look like. Now, I am 100,000% aware that I did not braid all the way down to the ends this time. Now with this, I did not knot the ends, so it has loosened just a little bit, but it's okay as long as it doesn't go above my where my hair ends. So this is what the ends actually look like. Now, as you see, they look really bulky and it has little to no movement. But once we are done dipping and everything like that, you'll see it's gonna have a whole lot more movement. But this is how it looks right now.
So one common mistake that I see when I'm watching other people do their hair is that they think they only have to dip the hair once. Depending upon how many braids it is and how much water is in that bowl, sometimes you have to dip not once, not twice, but 3 times. The first time is just to kind of settle the hair, and then the second time is to get it kind of uniform, and then the third time is to make it look sleek. Do not think that one time is going to suffice. In some cases it will, but in most cases it will not. And make sure that that water is boiling hot, and be careful. I burnt myself last time, so you be careful.
Now I'm just gonna go in with some water just so we can get this nice and saturated. Oh, this just looks so beautiful. So freaking beautiful. Oh my gosh. All right, girl, this is our final look. When I tell you I'm absolutely obsessed with these braids, girl, like they look so good, so easy. Like when I tell you, it's just, I don't know, it just makes me feel like I have weave. Like when I stand like this, you cannot even tell, right? Yeah, when I tell you, this is going to eat them up for the summer. Like I said, the last time I done these braids, I wasn't able to really keep them in as long because I was pressed for time. I had other obligations, so I did have to take the braids out. I can't wait to see like how long these are going to hold up. I get so many questions. People ask me how long did the hair last and what are different styles that you did, all these things like that. So I'm going to take advantage of this style, so I'll be able to answer a lot of those questions for you guys. Anyway, I hope that this video was really helpful for you. As always, I do want to say thanks again to Ywigs for sponsoring today's video. They are always working with your girl. I just love them so much. And make sure that you do subscribe to my channel before you go, and keep up with me on socials if you want to see how I style the hair and just different things. I'm going to be uploading reels from time to time, just showing you different ways to wear your hair and of course how to maintain it. So yeah, thanks again for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.